deal? Is anything happening? Are we on? Are we live? Yeah, I can. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself. Hey everyone who is deciding to watch all 16. Oh wow, that's really distracting. Hey, I need to turn off my. There we go. At least I know that y'all can hear me. I think. At least I could hear myself on the stream. If y'all are watching, if you could pop off in the comments and let me know that you're watching. If not, don't worry too hard about it, I guess. Let's see who's in the chat right now. Well, it says there's only one person actually in the chat, but there's 16 people watching or something. I don't know. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's how this is gonna work. I'm going to be putting a link to my coffee off to the side here. And with that link, you can donate. And as you donate, I'll sketch something fun for you on the thing. It's any amount. It doesn't matter. You can send me like $1 and I'll still sketch something for you. If you're watching this afterwards on the YouTube, if I'm able to upload this to YouTube, I'd like to, but you never know, right? Then there you go. You know, that's exciting. All right, so with that said, there isn't going to be much of a format to this beyond that. It's just you shoot me a donation. I'll check the chat, see if everyone's all like, yeah, I donated you a thing, and then I'll do it. Okay, so basically the plan right now is I'm just going to be just doing some drawing is really all we're doing today. Don't know how long we're doing this for. I do know in about half an hour, give or take, I'm going to be taking a quick break because I got to grab some food. Just real quick, gonna grab me oh shit, I just realized something. I don't have my character's ref on it. It doesn't matter. So I guess you guys can bear witness to my extremely awkward, awful drawing abilities, I suppose, in the dead silent room. I guess if anything, I could take this as an opportunity to just update you guys on things, I suppose. Yesterday, I managed to finish editing the most recent episode of Foxtails, so that's fun. It's short. It's not particularly long. It's a short one. It's just a fun little brief one. It's not too long. I think I said that like 3 times. Sorry, just taking a quick break there. It's just a short one about me being clumsy because if you ask anyone who knows me, clumsy is probably the word that would best describe me as a person. I am extremely clumsy. So I thought that would make a fun video to make. You know, I thought that'd be a fun video to make. You know, just be all like, ah, God, I am a clumsy bastard, and you guys will get to hear about me being a clumsy bastard and all that sort of thing. The editing on it's a bit weird because there were some things I couldn't figure out how to fix. I'll freely admit that now. The editing on it's a little bit weird, but you know, whatevs. It can't always come out perfect, and sometimes you just want to get it done. And it was a kind of a case where the video editing part is probably my least favorite part of the creative process. I like making things. I like making the video assets. I like that's kind of a cat mouth. I mean, I always kind of draw like cat mouths, but let's go a bit more structured here. I loosened up a bit before streaming, so before I started streaming a little bit ago. So hopefully my art here should look better. Even though you will still get to bear witness to just how slow and how long it takes for me to draw while I ramble on like a maniac. If you hear some noise in the background, I'm sorry. That's my puppy. The rest of the roommates are being pretty compliant with not being too loud while I stream because I'm not in the best sound isolated area. I'm not even sure how well you guys can hear me right now. Yeah, there we go. My sound is actually delayed, so I don't know the latency on that. I see, 16 total views. You know, if you're watching, feel free to shoot a donation my way. I will reiterate, you can shoot me a donation, and there's some walking. Anyway, feel free to shoot me a donation, and from there I will draw you something. I'll draw you something nice, just something for fun. This isn't a super like business serious stream or anything. I will say, preferably keep it like PG-13 at most, because like that's just kind of the brand. If you go to like my YouTube, it's like I generally do not do NSFW stuff on like my YouTube, and this is going up on the YouTube archive. If nobody don't that's something else. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to do the English. Anyway, if nobody donates, that's fine, because I guess this will just be kind of a good place for me to ramble and talk and blah 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 blah, and this will be going up on the YouTube archive, so is sort of what I was trying to get at. So I'm trying to keep it kind of safe for work, I guess, or at most a little bit risque, but not so risque that I have to redo those shoulders, whatever, but not so risque that like it would get us banned on YouTube. I don't know, maybe sometime I'll do like a not safe for work stream, but that's not really the plan right now. And honestly, how often I do these is going to depend on how well these do. This first stream, I don't really picture any donations or anything, but it's there. The option's there. Anyway, things to talk about. I suppose right off the bat, I've already figured out what I want to do for the next Foxtails. It's a bit more serious a topic, because it deals with kind of a real world problem. At least, well, okay, I say I figured it out. It's more like I have an idea. I think I'm going with it, but I have other ideas kind of bubbling, and they might go. But this is probably the one I'm going to go with. I'd rather not get too much into detail about it yet, because I'm still not 100% sure how I want to tackle it, but it is a sort of serious topic. I just don't want to tackle it with at least a little bit of humor. And, just let people know that it's, we're still laughing. It's still a jokey show. We're still having fun. I need to make them a little bit more pear-shaped. There we go. But, we're still having fun. But, what we're talking about is a slightly more serious topic than normal. It's not, like, so super serious that we're going to get, like, the, tonight on a very special episode of Foxtails or anything like that. We're definitely, oh Jesus Christ, we're definitely it's definitely still gonna be like a fun kind of doofy, like, haha, look at how socially awkward I am and how bad at the social I am and things like that, or look at how clumsy I am, or look at my oddly specific opinions on things that most people don't care about. The usual kind of Foxtails kind of content, the usual garble that you've come to expect is basically what we're talking about. Any donations? Just gonna take a quick break to check out my coffee. None yet. Not that I can see. It looks like it's kind of hard to tell actually on coffee, because I have my coffee pulled up. You guys won't be seeing it because I don't have that on. I just have the art. Oh, we got our first chat. Oh, it's Shirley. Hey Shirley, how you doing? How you doing, my dude? I'll just put that in the chat in case he's like there. Sorry, in case they're not like missing. Shirley, no, you did not miss much. I've just started to sketch my boy, as you can see him here. Yeah. So not much has happened yet. And that's fine. I don't expect this to be a stream where a lot happens. Truth be told, I'm mostly just doing this to market my existing work. If people could donate, that'd be awesome. If people could like donate, that'd be great. But I'm not. I'll just type in that in. I'll just type that in. I'm not expecting huge things of this particular stream or any of the particular streams, because because there's a lot of competition, so it's just kind of like I'm not expecting a lot, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice, Well, yeah, Shirley, I figured you were here to watch. That's how I figured that most people, like, they're here to watch, This is basically what most of the stream's going to be. It's just going to be me rambling like an insane person, and then maybe you'll occasionally hear background noise. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my doggy upstairs, plopping her butt down. She's a big girl, so She makes lots of noise. Everyone else is being pretty quiet though, which is nice of them. My roommates are usually pretty good about that sort of thing. What else to talk about? I think I said I was talking about foxtails. I had said I already had like an idea. I said I had a few ideas. So in a way, I guess I have a few episode ideas. I keep meaning to start the script. Maybe that'll be something I could stream sometime. But you know, for now, I don't know what would be less interesting, listening to me rambling while I'm just drawing my persona for like the 80 millionth time because I draw him a lot, or watching me kind of type away at a computer. I don't know. I don't really have any like music to play or anything either, so like, you know, I don't want to anger the copyright bots. I'm actually thinking about maybe getting some music, some unique foxtails, possibly even some unique stream music. It's all going to depend on, again, how well these do, because like if people aren't watching the streams, then it's like, whatever. I mean, I might still do them anyway, but they're probably going to stay around this level of production value. Any donations yet? Probably not. I like how I'm all like, yeah, I'm not expecting a lot. I'm not expecting a lot of people to watch, but I'm constantly going back to the coffee to make sure that people are donating. For all of you who are watching, I would appreciate if you could like let people know that we're doing this, that we're streaming art, you know, that sort of thing. And that if they want like a piece of art, then they could just let me know with a donation, you know? And it isn't like just like a sketch, unless they want like a sketch, in which case like I'll do a sketch. But I do want to preface that it will be like a full, like probably like flat color, maybe shaded, but it'll probably be like cell shaded kind of piece of art. So you can kind of get an idea of how, you know, I do this, and B, just because I really appreciate the donations, you know, and any amount counts, you know, like you want to donate like $1, that's fine. I think that's the limit on coffee. I think it has to be about $1. I might be misremembering. $1, like US or Canadian dollar equivalent, whatever currency you use, because like I don't know, I don't just want to assume that everyone like is coming here from like the States or like Canada. Obviously not, because like I got a viewer. Shirley, where are you from again? You know, I don't know if they'll even respond. I don't know if they can. They can hear me, right? Like, yeah, like I can hear myself. I don't know. Anyway, point is the point is, I don't just want to be like, oh, you know, if you donate $1, $1 equivalent, I guess would be a better way to put it. I have no idea what I'm rambling about. That's just kind of how it is. I talk a lot about nothing. But yeah, anyway, foxtails. I guess I have like a few ideas for what I want to do. Some of them are a little bit more serious. Some of them are just kind of usual doofy fun. Just kind of however I feel about any given kind of topic. You know? Just any given old topic. If any of y'all are in like the chat, again, I think it only says like Shirley's there, but if any of you are watching and want to get it on the chat, that'd be pretty cool, you know, if you could do that. That would be pretty nifty. I think right now we've only got 2 people watching, so that's not a lot of people. That's unfortunate, because it said the total was 16. So what I'm guessing is maybe because I advertised on all of my social media, I let people know. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're doing this at 7. Maybe they thought it's like, oh well, it's live now, and then they just saw like a black screen, and were like, oh well, that's not live at all, you liar. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they just lost interest. Maybe they were planning on watching. It doesn't matter. I like how I keep saying it doesn't matter, but I'm all like, oh, but what about them views though? That's kind of the tricky part, you know. You kind of convince yourself it doesn't matter. Does that look good? I kind of like that shape for his glasses, actually. I think I might sort of alter the shape to look a little bit more like that from now on. I say as I'm sure I'm going to forget to do that, but anyway, it's kind of hard. It's one thing to be all like, oh, you know, it doesn't matter if a lot of people tune in, but on the other hand, you're putting effort into something, and then well, we got a third watcher, so that's fun. Anyway, you could say all you want, like, oh, it doesn't matter, but then you're all like, I care immensely. Yeah, we're going silent. Sorry. I'm trying to just keep conversation lively, you know, but it ain't really the case. You can't really keep it lively when it's just yourself and you don't have anything to talk about. Actually, I think I do have something to talk about. So, for anyone watching, if you feel like shooting off in the comments, if you don't, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm just gonna ramble on like an insane person anyway. Paper Mario, what was it, the Origami King? That's something that's happening. They announced a new Paper Mario game, and it just kind of looks like Sticker Star again, so, you know, that's, fun. I mean, it does look like that at least the story is going to be a bit more creative, which is nice. I always appreciate when the story tries to be a bit more creative in these games. That's one of the reasons why I like Super Paper Mario so much, because honestly, Super Paper Mario... I don't really like its gameplay all that much. I mean, I do. I should be more specific. I like its gameplay. It has problems. But I don't think it's as good as, like, say, Thousand Year Door, which I also really like, and I also really like its story. But I think Thousand Year Door has the best gameplay in the series. So, you know, I'm that guy. I'm all, oh, Thousand Year Door is the best Mario RPG ever, and I guess I still feel that way. Yeah, I do still prefer the story of Super Paper Mario, which isn't to say Thousand Year Doors is bad. Thousand Year Doors story is great, but Super Paper Mario had like an even better story that was even weirder and more experimental, and it was just kind of like, this is something I like about the Mario RPGs. They could always do things that the main games can't and won't do because, you know, you gotta keep them safe. You know, you gotta make sure that they like appeal to the mass audience. We can't have like stories about star-crossed lovers and apocalyptic marriages and things like that in the main Mario games, because that'd be a little bit weird. It'd be kind of off-putting. It'd be like, well, why is this here? Then you get Sonic turning into a werewolf and a werehog, sorry, in Sonic Unleashed syndrome. And let's be real, the average person doesn't want that. I mean, I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal, but the average person doesn't want something like that. And so the main Mario games have to appeal to that. And so I've always liked that the Mario RPG could be a little bit, like, the Mario RPGs could always be a little bit kookier. Even so far as the original Mario RPG, it had a new villain, it had this really kind of out there art direction, you know? And Princess Peach joins your party, Bowser joins your party, and there's new characters and whatnot. So even as far as, like, the first Mario RPG, they still were doing, like, kooky, crazy, you know, the kooky, crazy kind of things, and that stayed up until, I'd say about, at least for Paper Mario, because I know the Mario and Luigi games were still pretty good about this. I also know that Alpha Dream closed down, so I don't know if we're getting another one. But we're usually a bit more free on this. But starting with Sticker Star, they definitely have been playing it extremely safe. It's just you rescue Princess Peach missions, and Bowser, I think, has been like the bad guy in both that have come out. And although I think in Color Splash, I actually don't remember. I didn't finish it. In Color Splash, he was like cursed or something, so at least it was kind of that. I still think they should have did a Paper Mario game where Mario was the final boss, because we had, or like Toad, because we had a final boss where one was Bowser, then one was Peach, then one was Luigi. So it kind of would have been perfect if it was like Mario or like Toad or Yoshi. Just keep that theme going. Have the final boss be one of the main characters. Captain Toad final boss. Make it happen. That better be the final boss of Origami King. It probably will probably be the Origami King in some Eldritch Kirby-esque form. I don't know. But yeah, so Sticker Star, not like, it went for a lot more of a simplistic kind of story, and the characters were a lot safer, and I guess the writing was more focused on being funny, which I always thought was weird, because I always felt like that Paper Mario was plenty funny. You know, like it was, I always thought it was plenty funny. I didn't think that they needed to emphasize it so much. And I know a lot of people really like the writing in color splash. I feel like a lot of it's forced. Like, I feel like a lot of it's like, haha, there's a toad and he's wearing his underwear outside his pants. And there's another one that's all like, hey, we could watch movies together on my flat screen. I promise it won't be weird. Ha ha ha. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Every now and again, it would get a chuckle, and there's bits of writing that I like. But on the whole, I felt like it was a little bit forced. I'm hoping, from what we've seen of Origami King, it seems like at least the story is going to be a bit more interesting. Like, you're still rescuing Peach, but Bowser's all folded up, and I guess his minions are your party members? I don't know. It looks really weird. As for the gameplay, it looks like it looks like the Sticker Star Color Splash kind of thing, but it looks like that they're doing some different things with it. It looks like that they're actually trying to evolve it, which is nice. I do appreciate that. But it is still that same play style, and unfortunately, the Sticker Star kind of RPG style I've always found to be bad. It's just bad. There's combat's usually pretty simplistic and basic to the point of being like almost kind of insulting. Boss fights are usually completely won over with like stupid object cards or something. There's almost no point in fighting and whatnot. I also just find like the way the game's formatted with like a Mario 3 overworld to just not feel. I got a Telegram message. What was I saying? With like a Mario 3 overworld, and you go into like these levels and whatnot, which I guess Mario RPG did that as well, but like Paper Mario had like a world, and so did Thousand Year Door. Super Paper Mario not as much, but it at least still had like the proper hub and the doors and whatnot, so it wasn't it was at least kind of its own thing, I guess. Sorry, I just had to really quickly answer a message. Anyway, TLDR. I'm not super excited about Paper Mario the Origami King, but I also don't think it's going to be awful. I have no idea. We'll see. Maybe it'll be good. I really do hope that it's good. Because, you know, I never want a game to be bad, you know? Like, you always want a game to come out, like, good. If, like, when they announced those new Bubsy games, you know, I didn't sit there like, God, please be terrible, God, please be terrible. I wanted them to come out good, like, pleasantly surprise the people who invested in them, and whatnot. I am still on this drawing, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so it's like I said, I am a very slow drawer. I'm a very slow artist. I take a very long time to do my work, and I'm sure all of you guys who are like, if anyone is watching who's like a more, I don't want to say professional artist, but like a more how would I describe it, someone who's a bit more like skilled, or someone who's like, I guess, faster at what they do, are probably looking at how I'm drawing it being like, oh my god, why is he drawing like this? But you know, we all have our own styles and whatnot. And I also just spent like the past time just rambling about Paper Mario Origami King. So like, we're not taking this too seriously, Chief. Don't know who I'm talking to about that at that point, but whatever. So just gonna real quickly check my coffee again. You might notice I get distracted a lot when I draw. Sorry about that. I hope that the periods in between me stopping aren't too frustrating. Because again, this is kind of a casual stream. We're not taking this super serial. I like that. We're not taking this super serial. What was that? South Park, I think. Yeah, that was South Park. I'm super serial, you guys, or something. I don't know. I haven't watched South Park in years. I kind of fell off of it when I felt like, I kind of got past my kind of phase of, I guess you could say, like, edgy humor that was largely informed by Newgrounds, like so many of us are, but also just kind of I can hear somebody walking upstairs. But also, it's just, even when I'm in the mood for it, I feel like a lot of the newer episodes are kind of, I guess you could say, bloated with the way that they're written. I don't know. It just feels like, it feels very obtuse. It feels like as you're watching it, you're just kind of like, All right, let's take it easy there. You're making a big the way that South Park seems like to me, and this is kind of the point, which is why a lot of people like it. But a lot of the time, I'm just sat there, and it's like it'll be over something kind of like some small silly phenomena or whatever. Maybe it's like a meme, or maybe it's like a social thing, whatever. And then they'll like turn it in like this big production, which is the point I get. But you can only do that so many times before it's like, okay, how many times is it like, oh, there's like a government conspiracy or whatever about I don't know what's a stupid thing that the kids are into these days about the Orange Justice dance and how dumb kids look when they do it. I don't know. Maybe it's not like that, but I remember it like anymore. But I remember it being like that for a while, and I don't know. Again, memories are kind of hazy. I just what was the most recent episode I could think of that did something about like that? I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably rambling about nothing, and I don't want to touch any raw nerves for anyone who might be watching. If you like South Park, that's awesome. You know, you do you, man. You do you. You like what you like. Good for you. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around with some settings. Oh, hey, we got a follow from like an hour ago. I had no idea. Thanks to Glim Glam VR. I have no idea who that is. But thank you to that person. I appreciate it a lot. So total views are 20. Yay. Right now, though, the amount of people watching is only 2, so I don't know what's happening with that. I think maybe people are coming on. Oh boy, art stream. Oh god, a furry. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Is Twitch generally like welcoming of furries? Because I know there's like a lot of gamer live streams, and I know that I guess you could say like game culture and furry culture do have a lot of tie-in, mostly just because furry is basically whatever you want it to be, in a way. Just as long as you like talking cartoon or not so cartoon animals, it's basically whatever you want. I actually, while we're on furry, I finally got around to watching the Down the Rabbit Hole episode on furry fandom, and to be honest, it sparked a lot of memories for things that I didn't remember that I knew about because I wasn't there for them properly. In particular, this might be if there are any older furs watching, if there's like any older furs watching, the term burned furs was a thing, and it was basically like, oh, this part of the fandom, they're degenerates, and burned furs are people who are tired of the fandom and want to be identified as something different. And it's not as bad as it sounds, at least not at first. And then like crazy cuckoo people who are all like, oh, I got 3 viewers now, very nice, who are all like crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, like homophobic prudes, kind of took over the tag. But if I'm being honest, even if it wasn't like taken over by like homophobic prudes or whatnot, I think it's a little silly to try and like police the fandom like that, because it's like people are allowed to express themselves however they want, and furry's already pretty decentralized, so it's like sorry, I'm just dinking around. Anyway, just sending my friend a link to the stream if they want to watch. Anyway, because furry itself is already pretty god dang decentralized. It wasn't nearly as decentralized back then, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that furry is decentralized, but it's not bad that it's like a decentralized kind of fandom. I actually think that that's good, because it basically means that there's so many sub niches that it's like, if you like furries, but only furries who are astronauts, or even more like cosmonauts, you know, there's probably a fan community out there for you, and I think that's pretty cool. I mean, of course, you could also argue that's a problem, because it makes it hard for like certain types of like general furries to kind of like congregate, but I don't really think there's just general furries. I think everyone's kind of got like their crossover and fandom and whatnot. And, you know, even then the term furry is kind of unambiguous. How did we get to this topic? I was talking about Down the Rabbit Hole, and how I thought it was a very, very interesting kind of thing, you know. That was a very interesting video. I think, should I leave this black and white? Should I leave this black and white? I actually don't know. Because the problem is I don't have the usual USB. I have his ref in. You know what? Actually, hang on. I think I might know a way around this. Video content, assets, generic poses. Let's just go with neutral 01. There we go. What you're seeing now is the generic pose that I use for Foxtails. And I'll probably be using this as his ref tonight because his character sheet is not on my computer. It's on a hard drive that I don't have plugged in. Color. Let's add a little background. So just to spice things up a little, you know, just a little blue background because, you know. Oh no, it went over the ref! No! My plan is ruined. I don't know. But anyway, I was talking about Down the Rabbit Hole. I've been watching a lot of Down the Rabbit Hole. If you don't know what that is, Down the Rabbit Hole, it's a YouTube show that's done by, I think it's Frederick Knudsen. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. If he ever somehow sees this, I'm sorry. You don't know how to pronounce your last name. Anyway, he's probably said it. Anyway, but good stuff. It's basically a series that's focused on like reporting on like weird and unusual stories around the world, and they're all like true basically. It's not like non-fiction or anything. It's just mini documentaries. I say mini. One of them's like there's like 2 or 3 of them that are like an hour long. And I think it's Anime and Otaku is broken into 2 half-an-hour parts. I don't remember. But anyway, I had not watched the furry one yet, and it was really, really good. It was very comprehensive. It was very... Sounds like my roommate's having some issues playing Apex. I can hear him upstairs being like, god damn it. I have never played Apex. I probably won't. Not all I interest in those games. Anyway, Down the Rabbit Hole. Good stuff. Go watch it. You know what? Hang on. Maybe I'll... Oh, hello, oh, there we go. Shirley's all caught up with Austria. If you remember earlier, to anyone who was watching, I was asking where they came from, because I was talking about money, and Austria. They come from Austria, which I don't know what their Furly. They prefer to be referred to as Furly. I was just saying Shirley because that's your screen name. Sorry, my friend. And also sorry for people watching because I trip over my own words a lot. I am not quite as eloquent as my videos would have you believe, and even then I have trouble enunciating, especially in the early videos. Like if you've like listened to me in like, I say early, they're only from like a few months ago. But if like you hear me in like the early videos, I'm all like, and then that's what happened when I was at work. Like I don't enunciate, and I still kind of don't. I still have issues with enunciation, especially when I'm talking fast. And I talk very fast, which is why I trip over my own words a lot. Okay, so you would prefer if I called you Shirley then? Sorry, I know it's a little bit unorthodox. Chatting with someone over chat with my voice, but I mean, it's pretty chill, you know. Nothing's really happening, so I'm just kind of doodling this welcome to the stream picture, which I've been at for like I think like half an hour. Jesus, I'm very slow at art, so apologies for that. I originally was just going to make this a sketch, but then I'm just like, let's color the whole thing. Why not? I'll just do this until people if people show up, which is actually why if you look, The canvas is so long, though, I might have to make it longer if people were to show up. It shouldn't be a problem. So I just real quickly checking something. I just saw like my icon, like my my Twitch, my everything icon. I need to fix that art. I don't like that art very much. I didn't even like it when I used it, but it was like, you know what? I need a new icon. The old one isn't looking too great anymore. Fox's head's a little bit oddly shaped, so I want to fix it. And like, I don't know, I don't like it. There's something about the line art that looks really sloppy. Which, I mean, I don't have the neatest line art you'll ever see, but like, there's just something about like the thinness of it. It doesn't look great. It looks kind of flat, and like the line art looks kind of gross, and I just don't like it very much. So I might, maybe I'll crop this doofy ass face out and make it the new icon. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know. Anyway. So, something else to talk about. Okay, you know what? Actually, I was going to do this when we were talking about Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm going to link his YouTube. So, if you want to check out his stuff after this, you can. Let me just... Down the Rabbit Hole. There we go. Control C. Frederick Knudsen. I am terrible at pronunciation. There you go. That's Down the Rabbit Hole. Been watching a lot of his stuff while in quarantine. Good stuff. I'd known about it before, but I've been like rewatching all the videos. I'd finally gotten around to watching the furry one. It's really, really good. I think my favorite one he's done. It might be Empress Teresa, but just because I find the guy behind that book to be so fascinating. Like, there's just something about... Oh my god, it zoomed in on his crotch for a second there. This suddenly became an NSFW stream. There's just something about, like, the guy... What's his name? The guy who wrote Empress Teresa. Norman Bouton. There's just something about him that I find endlessly fascinating in, like, the way that he perceives criticism and the way he kind of fights against it. And, like, the... Because I haven't read the book, but I've watched like extensive readings and whatnot of the book, and stuff's crazy, man. Like, that is a crazy, crazy, crazy book. I'm not here to like bash or make fun of like other content creators or anything, but like that book is something that it is just like, without giving too much like on my overall opinion of what I know about it, it is wild. If you like wild, insane fiction, it's at least worth looking into, because it is nuts. Crazy nonsensical stuff happens all the time, and I might be kind of weird, but I find it kind of entertaining, even though I know that like not everyone does, and people find Norman Bouton kind of frustrating. And again, I don't want to go there. That's not what this is about. Anyway, enough about that, because I'm sure y'all are... Yeah, sorry about that. It's not that I forgot your name, it's that I would use either Shirley or Furley kind of interchangeably, because my dog's being silly, and he would kind of interchangeably, because those are your two characters that I know the best. I have lots of friends where I'm like, I know them by this character, by their Sona or whatever, so I call them by that Sona or character. You know, I'm just bad at names. You know, I'm just bad at names. I'm bad at everything. I'm just bad at remembering everything. If you want me to like, well, I say everything, but if you want me to remember like the specific things about how like a GameCube controller works, like, oh well, how pressure sensitive are the triggers or whatever, which I actually don't think I could answer, but like, you know, just as a general kind of example. But then you ask me, what's this person's name that you've been going to school with or you've been working with for like 5 months, and I'll just be like, Yeah, I'm just bad with names. Sorry, friend. Sorry, friend, about forgetting your name there. Or rather, being like, which would you prefer, Shirley, Furley, whatever. I know now. Then that's the important part, I guess. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, that actually might be like a good a topic for a video though. Like, I am extremely forgetful. Because I've already done clumsiness. Might as well do like social awkwardness. I get or social awkwardness. Well, I mean that's all I do. I meant to say might as well do forgetfulness. I don't know. That might work. If anyone watching has any like, again, there's only two of you. I was gonna say if anyone. Well, I mean, I guess surely if you want to pitch some ideas, go right ahead. You know. If you want to pitch me some ideas, feel free. I won't guarantee that they'll happen, but you know, if you ever like watch my stuff and been like, oh, I wish he would talk about this about himself, then maybe you'll do that. You know. I like how half of the conversation is just here's this random thing I'm thinking, and the other half is corresponding with my friend over chat. Might notice Fox's outfit's a little bit different. I don't always draw him in the same outfit because I like having different options. One of my favorite things, even though if you might look at my characters, there's some certain, I guess you could say, elements that are similar to each other. Like, I like to draw hoodies a lot. I like to draw characters in like jeans and t-shirts. I do have a lot of fun designing like fashion for characters. I have a lot of fun coming up with different outfits and whatnot. It's something I should probably do more of because it's something I enjoy doing a lot. Because like character design is just kind of my thing, you know. Jeez. Sorry, just taking a quick break. There's something in my eye. I think I was gonna say take like a break in like a, what was it, like a half an hour, but we're at 7:42. Yeah, the reason why I was gonna take a break is I'm waiting for like dinner. It's one of my roomies nights to cook dinner, so I'm just kind of waiting on that. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be streaming. Maybe for like, I was thinking maybe about an hour and a half of just me kind of drawing, because like we're already at 45 minutes, so you know, like another. I don't know. I think that'd be like another. I don't know. I math. No good at math. Do. Or am not good at learn speak English. Do math history map. I don't know. How much of like feedback and like things people in the background can like you hear anyway? Cause like I'm hearing quite a bit of it, but like not like to the point where there's like a symphony behind me, but I can hear people leaning up and down out there, which is fine. Like they can't control that. That's not their fault. I'm not gonna be here like, and they should not be squeaking their chair, because I mean they're sitting in a chair, they're doing things upstairs, but I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling about nothing. Anyway, how much of that can you guys hear? I guess. Oh, that wasn't. Was that my phone? Was that my phone? Oh, actually. Oh, that's actually food. So I'm just gonna take a quick break. Let me just. I'm just gonna mute the mic. Oh, there's my puppy. She's getting all excited. So I'm just gonna mute the mic for a sec. Okay, I'm back. Oh, there's a third person. Hi, third person. I like how I'm like, oh, wow, there's 3 people watching. Anyway, but yeah, hi, new person. I'm assuming it's new person. I don't actually know. Wait, what's this? No, don't say color 2 is a draft layer. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, I'm back. I just got some food. It's, I think, like rice. It's chicken, some green beans, which are done all like fried up. Let me. Very good, nice and sweet. Some chickpeas, corn, and some avocado, which I haven't had in a while. So I actually gonna be kind of like trying a new thing. I won't be eating during the stream because I know y'all don't want to hear. Anyway, this is what I think about the game control. You know, like you probably don't want to hear that. Though I might end the stream soonish. Maybe I'll stop it like at 8. You know, just that way. That way I'm not running too long. I'm not boring you to death with nothing. I like how I drew all of one thing. So maybe like an hour 15. I don't know. After this, I'm probably gonna do like some quick doodles, you know. And if you are watching, if you look, hang on, let me just. To people watching, this is a donation stream, and if you go to the link I just put in the chat, to my coffee, if you shoot me a donation, I will be happy to stop this drawing right here for a mo and do you up a piece of art. It won't be just like a sketch or a doodle. It'll be about this detail. It'll be about something like this, give or take. Unless you want like a sketch, you just want like a quick sketch, in which case that's fine. I'm willing to do that for you. You know, that's all good, man. It's all good. And you know, donate however much you want. It doesn't have to be like a set amount. Today's not looking great for donations, but that's fine. Honestly, my coffee is kind of, it's probably, of all the things I do, probably the thing that gets the least attention. I'd say probably just like my art on Twitter is probably the thing that gets like the most attention. Which isn't a lot. I'm not exactly like a big time artist here. I'm just kind of doing my thing, you know. It's something I'd like to make into a living, but you know, it's slow and somebody dropped something upstairs. It's slow and it takes a lot of time, you know, so that's fine. I have been able to find like some decent, like I've been making okay money on like commissions and whatnot, so that's been helping the living situation during these not so great times. Things have obviously not been so great because of coronavirus and whatnot, and it's crazy to me that some places are opening again. Like, wow, it seems a bit early, don't you think? But you know, whatever. Just I guess stay safe would be kind of my advice. Look at my little Dooster boy. Look at him. I like how this was going to be a welcome to the stream piece, but I spent so much time on it that we're about 50 minutes into the stream. So I guess instead I'll just thank, oh my god, you can't, for stopping by. And I'll just add like a thing on it. Let me just that's the wrong bye. That's thanks for stopping by. That's the most aggressive thank you, which is thanks for stopping. Now get the hell out. Yeah, just thanks for stopping by, you know. Just as my way of saying thanks for stopping by if you are watching. Again, if you are, feel free to pop off in the comments. Let me know how you doing. Because, you know, it'd be nice to see how y'all are doing. I like talking to you folks, you know. It's a good time. Just gonna real quickly just go to my Twitter. gonna maybe let some people, like, remind some people that we're doing this. Retweet with comment. We are live now at... Yeah, I know, it's so exciting listening to me, like, go on about, oh, well, I'm doing a thing over here, you know. Like, I'm on my Twitter, I'm marketing, you know, that's exciting. Admittedly, I didn't, like, you can hear some water. Admittedly, like, this wasn't super pre-planned, so... Like, I did spend about an hour getting stuff ready. I had some stuff ready to go, but this whole thing wasn't, like, super pre-planned. See, this is why, wait, why did... Oh, okay, right, yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we finished that. Folks watching, any suggestions for art? I'd actually be willing to do this for free this time. Just to get the ball going. Nope, nothing. No, that's fine. Okay, I'll just you know what? We were talking about Paper Mario earlier. Let's do Paper Mario. Let me just... I'm on Google. All of the art is of the new Paper Mario game. Well, not at the art. All of the images of the... Oh my god! Mario's taken over the stream! So yeah, this will just be like a reference image that we're using here. I'm probably not going to color this one. This will probably just be like a little doodle for fun. Just so we can keep the pace going, because that... like, Communist Tom Nook, as recommended by the Great Milk Steak. You know, after I do you know what? Yeah, I like that. After Paper Mario, I'm gonna do that. That's funny. That's really funny. I like that. Communist Tom Nook. I mean, isn't Tom... it's a bit weird, though, because, like, wouldn't Tom Nook be more like a capitalist? Because, like, he's got, like, his big old business, and he's like, oh, well, you gotta pay me up the money. I mean, he's really lax about his payments, I like, and whatnot, but it's not like he's, like, going to break your kneecaps or anything, but, like, maybe Crazy Red, if he did something like that, would break your kneecaps, but I don't think Tom Nook would. I actually have no idea what I'm drawing Mario doing. But yeah, wouldn't he be more like a like a capitalist? I guess. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's like some secret communist undertones to Animal Crossing that I don't know about. Maybe the whole time it was really an allegory for communist Russia. That's just a theory. A game theory. I don't know, what am I doing with this body? You know, let's just keep it simple. Let's just... I think that's what his legs does when he tries to like tippy toe, right? They kind of like perch from like the back. I think that's what he does, right? I'm like holding on to something. Like obviously this is a very crude little doodle. Mostly just because now I'm just thinking about, well, somebody suggested Communist Tom Nook. I'm gonna do Communist Tom Nook. Great milk steak. Thank you for Communist Tom Nook. Because that's just the kind of crazy stuff. That's gonna happen during these streams. I completely lost my train of thought there for a second. It's sort of vaguely related to Communist Tom Nook. It was a little bit like Luigi, actually. I'm just vaguely related to Communist Tom Nook. I am paying off, like in Animal Crossing, I've begun paying off my final debt. And as for sort of like a newbie for these games, after you... Somebody's using this thing. As for like a newbie for these games, because this is my first Animal Crossing, what do you do? I guess what would you do? The Great Milk Steak. You're welcome. Yes, I very much appreciate the contribution because I don't know. There's just something really funny about that idea. I don't know. Do you think that there would be an actual like game theory about that, guys? Do you think there would be like an actual game theory about Communist Tom Nook? Do you think that that's something that MatPat would do? I think that'd be something that MatPat would do. Unless he already has, I don't know. If it's not FNAF, I don't watch a lot of game theory anymore. Okay, so now Communist Tom Nook has taken over the stream. Stream for all comrades. I don't know. That's terrible and that sounds awful. Anyway, let's shrink him up and let's doodle us some Communist Tom Nook. Actually, there's another. After you pay off your final loan, you just kind of vibe. Also, hi again, Shirley. You just kind of vibe. You know, that's fair. I mean, yeah, you just kind of vibe. You just kind of do your thing. Let's look up Karl Marx. Oh my god, I forgot how luxurious this man's beard is. You know what, let me communist uniform. I don't know. See, the thing that's kind of concerning about this, he lets you pay as slow as you want or never even. Yeah, Nook is pretty great. I like Tom Nook a lot. You know, we'll just go with like Karl Marx. We'll just copy this picture of Karl Marx, because he's doing the Napoleon thing. Karl Marx is doing the Napoleon thing with his jacket. Like, hang on, let me edit paste. I don't like look at that. He's doing the Napoleon thing with his jacket. Either that or he's like he has indeed seized the means of production and he's hiding it in his coat. Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of see if we could turn this into this or this into this. So this is gonna be disaster. Sorry, the Great Milk Steak, if this doesn't come out too great. Let's add a bit more space, just cause. Change canvas size. Why do I keep getting messages on my Facebook? It's probably from my roomies because they were talking about like dinner. The one who cooked dinner tonight was worried that it wasn't good. I haven't tried it yet. Well, I tried the green beans and those were good. Yeah, all right. I like the first thing I tried. I like the green beans. Green beans were good. Her name's Cosmo Corgi. If you want to look her up on I think she's on Twitter. Anyway. Oh, somebody bought me an image. Coffee. Great Milk Steak, was that you who donated? Because if it is, I'll like do like a whole picture. I was just gonna do like a sketch. I'll do like a whole picture for you. Because it kind of just said somebody on my coffee, so I don't know. Was that you? Oh, fantastic. Okay, I'll make it like a whole like picture. It'll be about like this. So flat color with a little bit of detail, line art. Sound good? Do as much as you want. All right, then I'll do something like that then, like I said, because that's what I promised at the beginning of the stream, and I'm sticking to it. So, he's kind of looking like a lion. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. I'm so goddamn funny. Wait, I'll just draw him like standing. He's got a little. I always thought his little like feet just kind of ended like Powerpuff Girls. No, he's got little pubs. I never noticed that. That's cute. Which is funny because I had to draw Tom Nook for a comic commission a while ago, and I don't think I ever drew his feet. Like I don't think I ever drew him above the waist. But anyway, yeah. Thank you so much to the Great Milk Steak. It's very muchly appreciated. The donation. How much did you donate? Donated. Doesn't say. That's fine. It's all good. You know, I appreciate any and all donations, man. It's very much appreciated. I wasn't even like, if I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't like expecting a donation tonight. You know, it was there. It'd be nice if it happened, and it did. So thank you very much. But beyond that, I wasn't expecting any donations tonight. Should I give him the beard? You want the beard, man? Yeah, I'll add the beard. Just because I think it'll look funnier that way. Why am I getting Telegram messages? Maybe I should try to turn it off. Maybe that'll help. I thought I did, but apparently I did not. Beard is good. I should have donated $12. It's not the amount. You may have if it's not that amount, you may have another donor. Well, I'm only seeing you here. I'm only seeing just the one somebody. What's weird about coffee, at least for me, is it's not telling me how much was donated. Not now. Received and given. Yeah, it was $12 by you. It was draw something surreal. I recommend bees with teeth. Did you want me to also do the bees with teeth? Or did you change your mind and just want the Tom Nook? I'm not sure if this looks like Karl Marx, but I'm just gonna keep going with it. If you're up for it. Yeah, I'll draw some bees with teeth. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna go about doing that, but I'll figure it. I'll probably just do something ridiculous. I mean, to be fair, Karl Marx Tom Nook. Take a shot every time I said communist Tom Nook or Karl Marx Tom Nook tonight, and you will be nice and buzzed. You'll be as buzzy as my voice. Okay, so now we're on to line work. That is way too thick. I don't think we'll need to do 2 sketches of this. What's nice about Animal Crossing is that because the art is kind of simple, you get kind of a good idea of how things are going to look regardless of whether or not, how many sketch passes you do. I mean, you know, it's not that you can't, but I'm pretty satisfied with how the sketch pass came out. It's incredibly like messy, but all of my sketches are messy. Like they're all messy. I actually think it's like really funny that there's some like and impressive. I say funny. It's really impressive that there are people out there. I kind of fucked up the hair. Oh, pardon the language. I was expecting that to happen at least once. Anyway, I kind of was like anyway. I'm really impressed with people who can like render out these beautiful images, and then you actually like look at them, and like you look at like render out these beautiful images, and then you go to like their tweet or whatever, and they're just like, oh well, you know, it's just like a sketch. It's just a sketch, and I'm just here like trying my best to do like a full line work, and it comes out like something like this, and I'm just like, oh, that was my full work, you know. It took about 45 minutes to do, you know. And then someone else like does something at least twice that detailed, and I'm like, oh, it was just a regular old sketch. I've always been impressed with people who are able to work that nook. You would prefer the Tom Nook if I had to choose. I'll do the tooth. I'll do the bees with teeth as a sketch. Sound good? Because like we're just trying to fill up this page, honestly. My boyfriend just came in and gave me a drink. That's why everything got quiet, and maybe you heard a door. Thank you. You're welcome. Sketch sounds good. Okay. That was the most lively thing that's happened tonight, other than the first donation. How's this coming out so far? Milk Steak, you liking this, or you want me to start over? I don't know, cause I'm liking it. I'm liking how it's coming out, but it's your sketch, so or your sketch. It's your drawing, so well, I guess it's my drawing, but it's the art I'm doing because you donated. Again, I sure do love not being able to talk well. I can't do the good English speak. Apologies for the loud popping. That would be the drink. My drink of choice as of late. Cherry Vanilla Coke Zero. It's not my favorite drink. Oh, looks good. Fantastic. Good to know. Not my favorite drink. My favorite drink's Dr. Pepper, but lately I just haven't been able to get enough of this stuff. I couldn't tell you why. It just sort of, one day I'm just like, you know what? I kind of messed up his lapel. Let's fix that. It was more like this, eh? Let me take a quick look at that ref, because I'm not really even looking at that ref. It's actually closer to Mario. That's the secret. Matt Pat was right. Mario was a commie the whole time. You see that? Look at that. Look at this. He's swinging over to Karl Marx. Look at that. Swinging over to Karl Marx. Matt Pat was right the whole time. So how are we all doing tonight anyway? Like, Shirley, Milk Steak, anyone else who's watching. How are we all doing tonight? I'm doing fine. Agreed to Oh, is that right? When's that? Don't want to keep it too long. I'll paint on that. Is this your also? Is this your first Dungeons and Dragons campaign? Oh, it's next Friday. Oh, so you agreed to it today, but it's next Friday. Okay, I thought it was today. Like you're DMing a campaign today. Is this your first campaign that you're DMing? Not the first, but everyone I've DM'd before has fallen. Ah, yeah, I feel that. I've only ever managed to do one campaign that finished like to its completion, and even then, it was kind of a case of it had been going on for a while, and I was kind of running out of steam on it, so I just figured out what would be the best way to make it interesting to end. Like I didn't want it to just feel like and then they saved the day at the end. Like what would be the best way to keep it interesting while also making sure that it was done, because I was also worried that other people were kind of getting sick of it too. But sorry if there's a bit of delay. No, that's fine. There's probably a delay. Well, I don't like. I'm sure there's like reasons on your end, but the reason why there's more. I'm sorry that there's delay on my end because you're getting all the words that I'm saying. I think like a whole 2 seconds after I say them. So it's all good. It's all good. Despite them not really working out, do you enjoy DMing? Because I have a lot of fun DMing. I'm just not very good at it. I kind of messed up his code here. Doesn't make a ton of sense. But do you enjoy DMing? Because I enjoy it quite a bit. This Tom Nook's actually coming out a lot faster than Fox did. Because Fox, I think like the line art took like, I don't know. So it's a bit sloppy, I think. Yeah, I'll spend a bit more time tidying up the line art because like it's a little bit on the sloppy side, and I want it to look nice. So let's go over here. Let's turn it to black. I think the line art was a touch thicker than I meant for it to be, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You think that looks alright? It's kind of the difficult part of doing a correspondence like this. I know there's kind of like ways around this kind of delay and whatnot. There's like Streamlabs, but I have no idea how that stuff works. This is literally the first time I've ever live streamed anything on my own. So like I've been on other people's live streams, usually just. Oh, I don't know if I enjoy it. I enjoy creating stories, but I'm really bad at getting players engaged and always feel like I'm wasting people's time. That is a familiar feeling because I always was like really worried about that when I was DMing. Because the thing is, you can never be 100% sure your ideas are working. I think my best advice would be after a sesh is done, maybe ask your players how they feel the campaign is going. It's important to make sure, like if you're worried that you're wasting people's time, then, excuse me, like just asking them, figuring things out, and gauging their reactions is kind of a good way of figuring things out. If you're worried about like the story being interesting, again, they might give you some like ideas. I'd also recommend just doing some research. Looks more like Founding Father Tom Nook, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, he doesn't quite, well, because like Karl Marx is like a big ass forehead, so I'm gonna give him a big forehead. Well, you know, it's not even so much that his forehead's big as his hairline's receding, which, you know, older gentleman, I mean, you know. But yeah, I think that might just help. Just talking with your players and figuring out if they're liking things or not liking things and that sort of thing. You know, you don't have to give away any story beats, but here's a bit more wiry than that, so I think I'll add some just some holes and more stuff to give it a bit more of a, I guess, kooky look, because his hair's pretty kooky looking. And his beard's also connected to his hair, so let's do that. Let's connect the hair and the beard. Beard Nook. Yeah, basically. It's Karl Marx Tom Nook. You think the beard needs to be a bit wider? Yeah, probably. Cause like it pushes out pretty far. So let me if I could donate it, ask for something random with cat. Well, you know, if you ever get the opportunity, that's fine. That's something else. I don't mind drawing like people's OCs, and I wouldn't mind drawing your OC, surely, because your OC is like really cute. Your Sona, I suppose you could. Well, yeah, it would be your Sona. Really cute. Looking better. Milksteak. Beard's looking a little bit better. I'm just gonna take a second to take a drink. Like heading in the right direction, you think? Here, while we wait, I'm gonna get started on the teeth. Bees. Bee with teeth. Oh, I'll keep them right next to each other just because I feel like that's here, make a cute little fat bee body. A bit, but the bottom of the beard could be flatter. Okay. Sounds good. Tom Nook. Excuse me. Throat's getting a little bit sore from talking so much. I'm not used to talking this much for this long. So I'm just gonna his beard wasn't really like I'm kind of making it look like Santa Claus-y. It should probably be a bit wirier looking, like something like this with more like frayed lines, is I think would help a lot too. Because like he's looking very, very much like Santa, regal Santa Nook. But then again, I mean, like Santa Claus. Let me tell you that. Have you seen Santa Claus and Karl Marx in the same room? I thought not. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so just gonna add a bit more texture to his beard. Is it looking better, my dude? I'm gonna go back to B with teeth. This is kind of a good flow I got here while I'm waiting for you to let me know about what you want fixed. I'll draw B with teeth. Bee with teeth is probably going to be kind of like a ridiculous. Santa and Karl Marx have similar beards. They do. Although I always figured that Santa's was fluffier. Karl Marx kind of looks like, you know, if you gave him a big old granddad hug, like you probably are, like you would Santa Claus, it'd probably scratch you up, you know? Looks better? Okay, awesome. Then I'm going just, the overall drawing looks good, you think? Anything you want fixed, or we good to move on to color? Do bees have antennae? I think they do. That's kind of a silly question. Do bees have antennae? I don't know. I am not... Or rather, it's not that do bees have antennae, or their antennae shaped like this. Now this one I'm kind of going off the seat of my pants. You know, when I did this, I was like, oh, I gotta collect the refs. Now this one I'm just gonna go ape spit, if you're okay with that. Move on to color. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll stop whatever sin it is I'm creating now, and we'll move on to this. It's amazing, though, without, like, his neck and whatnot, and when he makes him look a little bit pudgier. Tom, like, even more pudgy, because he's already oh my goodness, because he's already a round boy. Tom Nook kind of looks like a bear when he doesn't have, like the neck or anything. Kind of looks like a bear, honestly. I don't know, I just kind of thought that was funny, you know? It's kind of weird. He looks like a bear. He looks like a bear. All right. Interpret that however you want. I know what I said. Someone's hammering something upstairs. What the hell would they be hammering? Oh, it's tricky coloring like this though, because like are there any like color photographs of Karl Marx? I somehow doubt that. Pardon me. I'll probably take some creative liberties with how I color like the beard and the outfit. The beard looks kind of like it's white, but there's like bits of gray is kind of how it looks. So I'm gonna have to figure out the most effective way, I guess, of portraying that while also not overcomplicating the colors and giving it like gross gradients and whatnot. Because there's one thing I hate, it's when I do like a piece and I like overcomplicate it with gradients or whatnot, because that's like one of the easiest way to make a piece of art look cheap. Like when I think of that, I immediately think of, they did like a Toucan Sam redesign recently, and that redesign, like, I don't mean to disrespect whatever like artist made the redesign, but because like I'm sure they're perfectly talented, I'm sure they're very good at what they do, but like, yikes, that redesign, that is not a great design. It I don't know why I bothered to drop color from that image. It's black and white. You fox, you fool, you absolute fool. It's a bit anyway, that Toucan Sam redesign, I don't know if any of you guys have seen that, but Toucan Sam got like this redesign. And I love that, like, the internet's kind of losing its collective mind over it. They're, oh my god, without the color, he kind of looks like Colonel Sanders. Does that mean we're going to get a Tom Nook dating sim and it's going to make me want to die? Alright, and the hammering is still going. Anyway, but yeah, have any of you, like, seen the Tom Nook? Tom Nook. Have any of you, like, seen the Toucan Sam redesign? Because like that is unfortunate. That's just, oh, I do not envy the artist who had to create that, because you know that if people find out who they are, they're gonna get unnecessarily flamed for like a cereal mascot not looking great. And it's not a great design. It's honestly pretty, like, it's pretty bad. It's like, we really want to appeal to modern cartoon aesthetics with like soft shapes and bright colors and whatnot, but like we don't really know how to do it or make it look good, so it ends up looking like really unfortunate. Have not seen the Toucan Sam design rig. Oh, we're looking it up now. Okay, so Shirley, Toucan Sam is the mascot for Fruit Loops. Um, this might sound a little bit ignorant, so I apologize. Do they have like Kellogg's brand Fruit Loops in Austria? I don't know actually. Maybe that's something to look at. Huh, there's some like weird checkerboarding on my screen when I zoom out a certain distance. That's weird. I've never noticed that before. Anyway, back. Toucan Sam looks like he's from Teen Titans Go. Uh, a little, I guess. That's not really my problem. My problem is that like the way that they implement like a lot of the modern design aesthetic choices. Like if you look at like the placement of his mouth, because they really look, it's bean mouth, like in Steven Universe, or like in well, I guess Adventure Time kind of did bean mouth, and I've got nothing against bean mouth. It's just if I do it, I draw bean mouth all the time on like more simplistic like characters and whatnot when I'm doing like cartoon, because I like how it looks. But the way that they positioned it on his beak, it just kind of looks like it was pasted there, and it's in a really really awkward spot. And the thing that drives me the craziest, because I got on this because we were talking about like unnecessary like like the unnecessary use of gradients and whatnot. If you like when you look at the design, the gradient on his nose, it looks like it was from something from like 1995 you'd see on like Angel Fire. It does not look good. It looks really bad. Let's add some of that slightly darker gray kind of at the bottom. And it just doesn't look good. It just does not look good, you know. You know, it's actually funny because I think General Mills, although I think Kellogg's is owned by General Mills, but General Mills tried something like that with Lucky, like the Lucky Charms leprechaun a few years ago. For like all of 2 minutes, they changed the design, and they're all like, "Look, this is the modern aesthetic Lucky now." And then like no one liked it, and then they like immediately changed, like went to like modernized versions of like the art from the 90s with like simplified coloration and whatnot. But it was like the same design, and that was a much better choice. Cause like yeah, although I remember the Lucky redesign being better than the Toucan Sam one, because that Toucan Sam design, yikes, man, it is not very good. I'm not, again, I don't mean to like hate on the artist who drew it or the people who designed it, because going into a design like that takes a long time. But like not everything you make is going to be gold, right? So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. Of course, Twitter's gonna like Twitter's been having an absolute field day making fun of it. Like I like how passionate people get about like cereal mascots. But then again, you know, like I'm here, like I could probably give you like an hour-long lecture on like Sonic the Hedgehog lore. So who am I to talk, you know? We all have our things that we like, and some people are very passionate about cereal mascots. Okay, so I've added the extra little dabs of darker gray. How does that look? The Great Milk Steak. Do you like the Nook? We'll go back to the bee and wait for your response, I guess. And then I'll get your opinion on the bee with teeth, I guess. See, this is kind of the good thing about being a relatively... looks good. Fantastic. Okay, so... This is a kind of a question. Great Milk Steak. Do you know what my Twitter is? Because I would like to like post the picture where you can find it and like save it and whatnot. So that way, you know, you can, it's not just, hey, this was on a stream and then I posted to Twitter and you can't find it. And then that was just it. You donated money. You got to see like the, oh my God, the eyes. You get to see like the picture for like a little bit and then that's it. You know, I would like to actually make sure you get the picture. Yeah, that's it. Might be a little bit weird to tell what it is without content. Yeah, a little. Like, well, I kind of see the resemblance, but I also have the picture right there. So if somebody didn't have the picture, they might be like, I don't understand. But yes, Great Milk Steak. It is Dr. Josh Fox at Twitter. Do you follow me or no? You don't have to. It's more just like, I'm more just curious. I'm gonna move bees with teeth. So like, well, actually, I could get rid of the refs I have for Tom Nook, so I can move him off to the side, and then we could have bees with teeth over here. Kind of looks like Mario, bees and teeth, and Mario is part of the same universe. Bees and teeth are going after Mario. I know your Twitter. How I knew about the stream. Oh, okay, cool, fantastic. So it's good to know that marketing on that is working. So I'm bad with names and whatnot. Have we spoken before? You can ask Shirley. Like, if you look up in the chat, I was all like, I wasn't sure whether to call them Shirley or Furley, and they're all like, well, that's kind of sad considering that we talk. Jake Hazzy 99. Yeah, the name rings a bell. Yeah, I think you did you did commission me a piece. Thank you for that, by the way. So hey, that's the fun little world. That's a fun little world. So you're not on Twitter. Have you just been like following my Twitter updates on their own, or was it more just you happen to open up Twitter one day and there I was? There's your bees with. I'm not. Oh no, I already read that. Why was I gonna like read it again? There is bee with teeth, my dude. Here, I'm actually gonna detail it a bit more. But yeah, did it just so happen to stumble across it, or have you been keeping an eye on my Twitter, or what? I mean, either way, cool, right? Like, it's cool, you know, hearing from an old commissioner and whatnot again. It's always fun. I like catching up with people, even though I'm absolutely terrible at keeping in touch with people. I might actually do like a second sketch pass of this because it's even by sketch day, it's a bit messy. So let's bees with teeth. Oh yeah, no, I did write bees with. I thought I wrote Bess with teeth. Who's Bess, and why do we care? I found you on DeviantArt a few years ago. Saw you had a Twitter. Been manually checking your account every once in a while. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, because I recognize your name from like DeviantArt. I think. Are you still on DeviantArt? This bee is scary. I think I might have created a monster. Now let's keep the lip. Let's keep the lip, because the lip kind of makes it look even worse. The idea of bees with lips, in addition to bees with teeth, is just... Oh, wow. This is my first stream, and already we're cursing the world. I am so proud of everyone who's been here tonight. Still on DA. Feels I'm part of a cult that worships the old gods. And yeah, I know where you're on, Shirley. Though you and I mostly correspond through Twitter, which is fine. That's like if I can't message someone on Telegram, that's usually how I prefer to message them, is over Twitter. But it feels like you're part of a cult that worships the old gods. Is it because of bees with teeth, or because you're still on DeviantArt? Because if it makes you feel better, I'm still on DeviantArt. So after we finish bees with teeth, I think I might do one more drawing, and I think that'll be it for the night. Oh my god, bees with teeth is actually gonna... Bees with teeth is gonna haunt my nightmares. And yeah, I don't blame you for feeling that way about still being on DeviantArt. Again, I'm still on DeviantArt. I'm not terribly like active outside of posting art. Like I don't really comment on... Well, it kind of looks like crap. I don't really comment on things that much anymore, but I do like favorite pieces, and I still get commissions from DeviantArt, actually. One of my more frequent commissioners is on DeviantArt, and he asks for very oddly specific commissions, but he's a nice enough dude, and I don't mind drawing them. So it's like, it's not that big a deal. I was gonna ask something, I forgot what it was. Okay, so Milk Steak, would you like it if I like posted this on DeviantArt? And like specifically these two, like I'm probably gonna post like the whole thing, but specifically these two, the bees with teeth and the Carl and the Nook marks, so I can link you to them, so I could be like, hey, Jake Kazi, however it was, it's 59, right? I think it's 59, because you literally just post Jake Kazi 99 asked me to draw this on a stream, and I did it for him because he gave me money. Yeah, all right. Bees with teeth. It's the newest. Because post it wherever you want. Well, I'll probably also post it to Twitter, but I'll post it on DeviantArt, and I'll attach your name to it so you can find it. Be like, hey, look, it's the art I got. I guess you could say commissioned by that one guy with the big ears, by this idiot right here, who drew Bees with Teeth, the next film blockbuster by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. Okay, so I think we're doing one more piece of art. If anyone wants to suggest anything, feel free. Just because actually, I'm real quick before we do, I'm gonna check my coffee to see if there was another donation. I don't think there was. Oh wow, I'm looking at my my page views on coffee, and they're kind of depressing. Received and given. No, yeah, you were still the last one. Milk Steak. Anyone have any suggestions for the final piece? You get anything you want, as long as it's not like inappropriate or like, you know, cruel-hearted. I'm gonna start on something because I drew Paper Mario. You know what? I'm gonna draw Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll just look up like a quick reference image of Sonic. Not the movie. I'm looking just for the that movie. If no one else has any suggestions, draw your favorites. Oh my god, it's actually really funny that you posted that, because I literally said I'm about to draw Sonic. So if we're gonna draw my favorite Sonic character, I am going to draw Dr. Eggman, which is probably not the answer a lot of people were expecting. You probably think, oh, well, it's probably Tails, right? No, it's my favorite. Tails is like my second favorite. My favorite Sonic character, forgive me for covering up your art. I'm sorry. It's just so I have is Dr. Eggman. So I'm gonna just do like a quick sketch of Dr. Eggman. Eggman crowd, go off in the chat. I don't know. We've been pretty consistently having 3 viewers, so, and I'm just a shot in the dark. I'm going to assume the whole thing has been surely me and you, and great milk steak. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, I just realized I was on the reference layer anyway, so that wouldn't have been good. But yeah, my favorite Sonic character is Dr. Eggman. It's funny. I actually, on my YouTube, I don't know if people watching had seen this, but I posted this the I'm at soup thing. I had posted that, but it was with Dr. Eggman and Dr. Starline. It's not great, but my boyfriend, he voiced Starline, and he did a really, really good job as Starline. He had this kind of effeminate kind of droll to his voice, and I really like it. I feel like I mentioned this earlier, but I have trouble enunciating sometimes, especially when I'm talking fast, and feels like I messed up the enunciation a lot in that video, so, which is funny because it's voice acting, and I really shouldn't be messing up the enunciation when I'm doing voice acting. Dr. Eggman is just Dr. Doofenshmirtz if he was good at his job. Changed my mind. It's just Dr. Doof if he was good at his job. Changed my mind. Well, no, because we saw Dr. Doofenshmirtz if he was good at his job. And the two had very, different, looks and aesthetics and styles to how they did things. Even when Doofenshmirtz was good at his job, he wasn't quite as cruel as how Eggman tends to be when he's at his cruelest. Maybe Sonic Boom Eggman, but even then, Sonic Boom Eggman is not. He's many things. I would not say he's particularly good at his job, but Game Eggman, I think I see how you mean. You hear my dog go. She's getting upset because people are down here and she wants to be with the people. So I might be wrapping up soon because I have a feeling she's gonna start getting antsy. Because that's just how she be, Besides, I said this was only gonna be an hour and a half, and now I think we're an hour 45. So I'm just gonna real quickly just finish this up. I'm just gonna do a quick little doodle here. Oh wow. This isn't coming out too great, so I might just, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna be a lazy bastard. I'll just put him in his thing. I haven't seen Phineas and Ferb in years. This may be a bad take. I wouldn't say it's a bad take because, again, I see where you're coming from. I can see why there would be similarities. If you do look on DeviantArt, there's lots of crossover art with the two. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad take. I just don't necessarily think it's entirely accurate. I have no idea what I'm drawing him doing. He's in his Eggmobile, but I don't know what I'm making him do in it. I think I'm just gonna have him piloting it. This isn't a super great doodle, but they're not all gonna be, you know? This is just kind of the thing to finish off the night with, you know? I'm actually gonna extend this a little bit more because shoulder's getting, elbow rather, is getting a bit close to the end. I'm actually gonna turn this off for a second because honestly, the only real, because I kind of know Dr. Eggman's design off by heart because I used to draw him all the time. Like, lesser known fact about me, I used to do like this Eggman fan comic that was a ripoff basically of someone else's Eggman fan comic, and it was so bad, but I had so much fun doing it, and it was a lot of fun to do, but I'm kind of glad that phase of my life is over because it was not good. It was not good art, and there was like, if you'll forgive me for indulging this kind of a thought for a second, think of all of those like stereotypes you hear about like deviant art web comics and like deviant artists. It was kind of like that. It was like MS Paint, bad nonsensical writing, crossovers and weird like character pairings that no one asked for. The only thing it's missing is that it wasn't, there was like no fetish material, which thank God. I mean, I don't mean to kink shame, but I don't think anyone should have that fetish. I'm sorry, of MS Paint Eggman fan comics. No one should have that fetish. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was not great. But I had a lot of fun doing it. And so I kind of have this character's design sort of memorized. This is just kind of a bad drawing, honestly, which is fine. I'm just, you know, I think that's, you know, I don't even know what I was going to say there, so I'm just going to stop. But yeah, anyone who's followed me for a long time should at least to some extent know about what I'm talking about with this webcomic that I used to make. I don't think you can find it anymore. I think I got rid of all of them. Not that I would particularly care if it was still around, because it was just, I was 15. It was like 15 up until I was 17, I think. I honestly don't remember. I might have been even younger when I started it, actually. And it lasted like a real long time, and it's actually funny looking back because I started writing it because I had found, like I had said, it was a ripoff of someone else's comic. I had found someone else's comic. It was called Runes of the Fourth Wall, and I really liked it, and I still do like that comic, even though it's definitely an early 2000s fan comic, if that makes any sense. And I like it quite a bit. And the whole reason I started writing this one was because that comic had ended years before I found it. I found it initially in 2010. Or, yeah, I'd found it initially in 2010. And that comic was done for years at that point. I think it stopped in 2005. And I found it archived on a website called the Eggman Empire. And I wanted to basically do something similar because the comic was gone, and I was sad that it was gone and that we weren't going to get any more updates. But, you know, it's actually funny looking back because I'm just like, this was not directly, but it was kind of a fan comic of a fan comic. And that's pretty funny when you actually think about it, because a lot of the things are similar. There were character design changes as the comic went on in order to better match my preferred aesthetics. There was a character inserts who were clearly meant to fill up roles of characters who existed. It was a mess. It was a big old mess. And I don't know why I'm rambling about it for so long, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm rambling about this for so long. To make a long story short, follow your dreams, kids. I guess. I don't know how that relates to what I was talking about, but, you know, it's getting late. So, well, I say it's getting late. It's only 8. Well, it's almost 9. So I might be wrapping up soon. I just want to kind of finish this super, super sloppy sketch and just kind of call it a night, you know? can hear in the distance someone's playing Final Fantasy 14. Like someone in my house is playing Final Fantasy. I just realized how weird that sounded out of context. I can imagine how uncomfortable it would be for someone who may have been like watching, and they might have been playing. Like neither of you are playing Final Fantasy 14 because I don't want to be creeping the hell out of you. At least I'm assuming you are. Now I don't know. I could hear. It's probably in the next room. I can hear Final Fantasy 14, and it has been quite a while since I touched that game. It's been like a couple of months, I think. It's a good game. I should give it another shot because I rather enjoyed it. My phone just went off. You know what? I think that's it. I think that's good. I think that this dumb little Eggman sketch is good. So here's kind of we didn't get a lot of art done, but I'm happy with what we did get done. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty slow, but that's actually kind of part of why I'm doing this, is to give me motivation to just draw, just unmotivated, just draw whatever, in spur of the moment and that sort of thing. Because I spend so much time on video production and like commissions, so that when I just get like a random request or like a donation, I end up drawing something that I never thought I would draw, like Karl Marx, Tom Nook, and bees with teeth. Bees with teeth, I just should mention, is it's the word of the night. It's the phrase of the night. Bees with teeth. So my roommate may be playing Final Fantasy 14. You kind of oh no. Oh dude, I'm sorry. That's pretty funny though. I didn't mean to like creep you out or anything. But yeah, no, one of my roomies is playing 14. So that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny timing there. Anyway, yeah. So with that said, this was a fun time. I had a good time. I had a good time just drawing. You know, I hope the 20 assorted different people who came here tonight enjoyed it, and I hope the two people who are with me right now, possibly also a third one, though I don't think that they're in the chat. That might actually be me. I don't know how they do that. Oh no, there is a third person, Commander Root. Thanks for watching, Commander Root. Or listening, I don't know. And Shirley, of course. Thanks for stopping by, Shirley. And of course, the Great Milk Steak. Thank you very much for the donation and for putting up with my rambling while you watched me draw your art. There isn't too much else to say other than, just like the Fox here says, thanks for stopping by. Next stream will be the same time, same place. It'll be here on my Twitch. It'll be Saturday 7. I don't know how long it's going to run for. But next time we won't be doing art. We'll be playing a game. Probably The Sims 4, but keep on my Twitter to stay posted on that. There's nothing too much else to say. Thanks for stopping by. Again, thanks for the donations. The donation, Mr. Great Milk Steak. I'm sorry for freaking you out. And you're welcome for the surreal drawings. Hopefully we can do this again sometime. Thank you everyone for watching. I am tuning out. Bye!